I'm DW, welcome to Weekly Grooves, and for this week I have a very special guest with me, Alex Hunnicutt. He is going to help me demonstrate these grooves that I use live with him for some Gary Clark Jr. songs. Alright, so the first groove is Variation A, and this is the groove I use on Train Pulls In. It's a great song, go and listen to it. And an important thing about this groove is it should feel really way back, and it should feel really relaxed. You really want to kind of dig into the downbeat, or backbeat, as I call it. Alright, so the first thing first, your kick drum pattern is going to be 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 3. Okay, so that's the first bar, and the second bar is the 2-bar pattern. It's going to be 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the. Now the reason there is that 1 and the 2 is because my friend Alex plays on that intro syncopated riff. So if you'd like to play that, Alex. Is to emphasize that and complement that, but without covering it up. I play my kick drum and I play it on that 1 and the 3 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 3 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1. So I do that the second bar. Alright, now your snare drum part is pretty basic. It's 2 and 4. 1 and 3 and 4. This really locks the groove in because your 4-toms are doing something really syncopated, or 4-tom and rack-tom. By the way, when I scored this out, I wrote it for a 5-piece drum set. If you do not have 2 4-toms, you can play it exactly like that. I have 2 4-toms, so I will play it the way it's written for 2 4-toms. Okay, so for 4-toms, it's going to be 1, 2, and the 3. Keep in mind, you're also going to be hitting the snare on 2 and 4, so very slowly, 4-toms and snares. It's going to be 1 and the 2. It's a 2-bar pattern. The first time it's 1 and the 2. That will also emphasize your syncopated kick line. For your hi-hat, all you're doing is pumping quarter notes. Now, a very important part about the quarter notes is you want to disguise them as much as possible. This is a very low down, mean, really grungy kind of groove, and having a really prominent eighth note or quarter note hi-hat just kind of ruins the vibe. So you want to make sure that you're just enough to give your other band members that time center. Alright, so now I'd like to demonstrate the groove slowly, and then I will demonstrate the groove up to speed with my good friend Alex. Here is it slowly. 1. Okay, now I would like to demonstrate the groove up to speed. And keep in mind, this is a pretty slow groove. Alex, I would say the tempo of the song is around 75 to 80 or so. So you really want to way back. Really way back. All right, here we go. We're going to demonstrate variation B. I've got two for y'all. So variation B is an upbeat pattern with the hi-hat. Now the reason I switched to this groove is I wanted to keep the four toms, I wanted to keep the snare, but I was noticing that Alex was doing an upbeat strum pattern that sounded really cool, and it really adds a lot of tension to the song. If you'd like to demonstrate that strum pattern. Again, for this section, I basically just play a relaxed eighth note, kick, snare, 2 and 4 on the snare, 4 on the 4 on the kick, eighth note, right. But for that upbeat section, here is the groove I use. It's also a 2-bar pattern, and your kick drum is going to go 1E, the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, and the 1E, and that's very important to catch that. 1E, and the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, and the 1. So the second time it's syncopated to raise that tension, but also keep it subtle. Just do a very little deviation. 1E, the 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, and the 1E, 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, and the 1. All right, so your snare drum, as well. On your floor tom, you're not going to be playing the like we were in variation A, but you are going to be playing some of them. So it's going to be very slowly. 2E, and the 3E, and the 4E, and the 2E, and the 4E, and the 1. So it's a 2-bar pattern. It's a 1, 2, and 3, and the 4, and the 1, and 2, and the 1. So let's take a bar again. 1, and all right. For your hi-hat, it's going to be directly tied to what Alex is doing on the upbeats. The guitar is 1. All right. Let's hear how that sounds at a very slow tempo. By the way, this is a lot. So, feel free to pause this video and really go back and get all these parts feeling really comfortable together. You want to get everything gelling, so when you put it all together, it's cohesive, and it's tight, and it feels good in the pocket. All right, slowly. We'll demonstrate the groove up to speed, accompanied by my good friend Alex Hunnicutt. Let's do this. We're also going to talk about orchestration. Orchestration is not something we've talked about a lot before, but I use it for this groove because when you're playing grooves, you want to have a great time center and you want it to be solid. But sometimes when you're playing grooves, you also want to influence the color. You want to add a color, and you want to, what I like to say, groove with mood. So the first time Alex and I play this intro, I do not hit the snare on 2 and 4. I want to build it, right? And so immediately hitting the snare on 2 and 4 wouldn't build it as well. It would be too much impact on that 2 and 4. However, to create the mood, and the song is called Train Pulls In, I reorchestrated it by playing that 2 and 4 on the edge of the low cowbell. The reason I did that is to simulate an anvil driving a railroad spike. This is a huge part of what I do with Alex, is influence the color, add mood, and really paint the scene of the song. So that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3. Also, if you don't have a cowbell, you can do it on the bell cymbal. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's edition of Weekly Grooves. I hope you enjoy these grooves. These grooves work very well on not just this song, but they also work well on any country, blues, slow tempo song that really needs a lot of drive, but also needs a relaxed feeling as well. Alright. Thank y'all for viewing, and stay tuned because I've got a special surprise for y'all. Four.
Every day, nothing seems to change.
it.